Watch the Mysteries of Existence channel for divine enlightenment. To know more about yourself, the physical and subtle aspects of the universe, and the source of all that is.
This is a message brought to you by the Harbinger of the Last Covenant, His Grace, Iyke Uzorma, author, Archbishop, University Chancellor, scholar in extraterrestrial research, professor of Christian education at St. Thomas-A-Backet University, England, recipient of Nelson Mandela Excellent Leadership Award in Africa, former living Grand Master in the Order of Terrestrial and Astral hierarchy, amongst others.
Dear listeners, this is the Interlude Session 30 in this Mysteries of Existence channel, titled, Life After Death Experiences, Part 17. It is a great exposition of the Harbinger of the Last Covenant, His Grace, Iyke Uzorma, for every human on earth, which is read here as follows. Earthman, I say, I am life, I am death, and so you are, for both are within us. I am all that are within me. My physically oriented self, which I think of as myself, is neither the source of life nor death. My core identity, which is a portion of the source, is the embodiment of these. Behold, the Almighty God of creation is the prime source of all realities. The life that I am, the life that I live now, in this cycle of my existence, came from the realms of death and of the dead, in which I was, and so do you. The death that I am, in which you have a portion, is my life in the greater life, and so do you. The journey of life is incomplete without death, and the journey of death is incomplete without life. This is about the earth world. The answer to the mysteries of death only comes faster when death talks to life. The answer to the mysteries of life only comes faster when life talks to death. And, so, the earthman is as mute as a rock when he thinks of himself to be alive. And when he thinks of himself to be dead, his voice is louder than thunder. Thus, I say again and again, what we don't know is bigger than us. Earthman, you have heard about the wilderness of death. Behold, in the human terms, the wilderness of death is the community of insane ghosts. And, so, sometimes we may assume, and even proclaim that, a departed one has gone home to rest in peace. In some instances, this is correct. Even then, the phrase, rest in peace, is completely different from the manner of resting in the world of man. Rest in peace. Yes, it is correct, if the departed one died in the mode of goodness. If the mode of goodness had dominion over one's earth life, regardless of some elements of undue attachment, what will happen? Such a person, because of the aforementioned attachment, will only wander around for a little season. In this connection, such individuals won't wander around at all in the wilderness of death, in the disadvantages inherent amongst the insane ghosts. Never. Consequently, because of the dominant elements of goodness in such a person, he will certainly be moved to rest in peace at the first stage proper, before moving ahead into the second stage in the hereafter. Now, what about if a departed one is wandering around in the wilderness of death? What if he is in the regions of insane ghosts, due to his wicked practices amongst the children of men? It is completely absurd to proclaim that he has gone to rest in peace. Rest in peace where? Haven't you heard that there is no peace for the wicked? What you don't know is bigger than you. Someone recently asked me to declare how I got to know the things that I am exposing here. To me, this declaration has already been made. From the onset of this interlude sessions, I made it known that I am not speaking on my own. I also did mention that you are absolutely free to accept or disregard what I am exposing via this platform. However, if my sincere opinion is sought to this end, I will admonish that the foregoing materials should not be passed over lightly. The eternal Lord of Light lives. He speaks in multitudinous ways. His appearances to me and the things he said are part of what you are hearing. Advanced extraterrestrial intelligences or angelic beings of light are there. Whether or not we believe it, they are there, and they are situated millions of years ahead of the children of men in the universal scale of existence. What they know is what we don't know, and what we know is but elementary in their scales of being. Nevertheless, their kind of existence is where you are ultimately heading to in the journey of life. In certain divine terms, our organized religions on earth, no matter how great and noble that they are to the sons and daughters of men, are still within the rudiments of kindergarten in the realms of advanced realities. Thus, these earthly organized religions, though good in themselves, are like toys, from the reference point of consciousness of advanced extraterrestrial intelligences. Now, when we speak from the reference point of the Lord Himself, as made known to the Harbinger of the Last Covenant, then these organized religions exist, but do not exist. Some aspects of their existence in the world of man are good. However, some aspects of their existence engender hate, acrimony, man's inhumanity to man, grudges, terror and hypocrisy. Consequently, in the terms of the foregoing, organized mundane religions of the earth world contribute in diverse ways to subjugate the children of men to the prison yard of materialism. In this prison yard of materialism lies undue attachment to the material things of the earth world. This attachment is extremely disadvantageous in the life after death experiences. The masterminds of the ages have made it clear that attachment to the material things of the earth world causes anxiety and makes the earthmen blind to divine enlightenment. Without divine enlightenment, progression in the consciousness of ascent is delayed in the journey of life. The foregoing is equally the assertion of advanced extraterrestrial intelligences or angelic beings of light, who work in the higher divine essence of the eternal spirit of the Almighty God of creation. However, because we are like little kids at the level of consciousness of these advanced extraterrestrial intelligences, they do not want to take away our organized religions, our toys, so that we won't cry, as the kids do when their toys are taken away. Nevertheless, the Lord Himself and advanced extraterrestrial intelligences have been speaking to the earth world. This I know. The one writing these things has equally received severally from these intelligences above. What I received is also a part of what you are hearing here, whether or not you believe it. Again, in one way or the other, the masterminds of the ages did also speak along this line. They specifically informed the children of men that the human consciousness survives physical death. The earthman must know that consciousness survives death. The earth life is a primary school within the overall higher schools for the mysteries of universal existence. The school of the earth life leads to a greater life in the life after death experiences. Therefore, let no one behave as if the school of the earth life is the all of life. Now, at first, these mysteries of existence, of the life after death experiences, were brought to me by the forces of light above, in the theoretical terms of recognition. Theory, in this connection, is different from practical realities. The aims of the Lord and advanced extraterrestrial intelligences in so doing, was for me to gain divine enlightenment on the mysteries of the life after death experiences. Thus, to be thoroughly equipped and communicate with others. This enlightenment is premised upon knowing the unknown, but the so-called unknown is a part of you now, and it is your divine right to know. Beyond the theoretical aspects of the mysteries brought to me, I am also guided in the practical terms to know these things, and to some extent I think I know. My involvement in this practical aspects of knowing is not an easy ride. So many things are involved here. Past, present and future are involved here. And, so, one dies several times and lived several times to know what should be known. Earthman, I wouldn't say categorically here that I am a good student in the art of knowing what should be known. However, that sort of declaration is left for the true knowers beyond me to say unto the throne of the Lord of Light. But in the practical terms, I have been guided severally to experience what I am saying, far more than I care to tell. Though, I have said that I know, even then my knowing is but a little one. This is the little that I am trying to communicate to others. Yes, my knowing is but a little, because it is possible for some of the listeners to know these things far beyond me. Apart from my listeners, there are many out there who possibly know far better than I do. And from you all, I am willing to learn and know more. I have this consciousness in a small corner of my mind. Earthman, the mysteries of existence will always bamboozle many of us. And, so, the knowledge of each of those who have died several times and lived several times, and are still living, all still remain a valid part of the mysteries of existence. This is a part of you now. There are advanced personalities who have been on a full conscious level of existence for the past 28 million years. There are those who are far beyond them in the scale of being. Some of them have come to the earth world several times and died several times, but retaining the identities of themselves as themselves. They know all about the life after death experiences. Each of them is an authority in this regard. Some of these have been reaching out to the children of men. When you are guided by them to know, then you will know. You may be one of them now, but without fully knowing yourself in your current physically oriented self. You may equally be one of them and know that you are. The Earthman is yet to know himself. I will be back. That will be all for now. A word is enough for the wise. Peace and blessings.